Never been snowboarding before, but you really want to give a snow holiday a try? Well, here's our guide to help you take those steps to going on one of the best holiday experiences ever. Now, don't take this video the wrong way. We aren't experts, we don't claim to be experts, and we aren't telling you that the way we do this kind of trip is the right way. But this is our way, and with many years experience between us, use this information as you will. So, you've decided you want to take up a new hobby, or you've chosen a holiday slightly different than that of going somewhere in the sun. So, snowboarding is what you want to do. Now, you could book a snow holiday, hire all the gear and get the lessons whilst you're out there. But, from my point of view, why waste all that valuable riding time stuck being taught the basics, especially when you've forked out a fair bit of your hard-earned dollar and most likely you're only on the mountain for 6 days. So, what we recommend is getting lessons and learn the ropes before you head out there. So let's take a look at some of your options. The first option, for as far back as I can remember, is that there are many dry ski slopes around the country that are ideal to get lessons at, and these would be the cheaper option. The second choice would be for an indoor snow dome. These facilities are simply amazing, and there are a handful of them scattered around the UK, with the largest of these being here in Manchester.
Welcome to Chill Factory on a very wet day.
The benefit of going to a snow dome is that you are riding on actual snow, which is easier than on a dry ski slope and will give you more of a recreation of really being on a mountain. The only downside to this is the cost. You'll find this to be more expensive, so I'd recommend doing a little research into both and see which one suits you. What's the point in going out and spending a small fortune on buying all the equipment? What if you do it once and find it's really not for you? Well, not to worry. Most venues allow you to hire the clothing and equipment needed. That way, if you don't like it, it's not a massive hit to your pocket. On a side note, most venues offer taster sessions at a lesser price. Do your research and see which is better for you. Okay, you've had your lessons and you love it. Why wouldn't you? So, what's your next step? There are so many different companies out there that you can book a snow holiday abroad with. Now, this video is in no way sponsored, but the company we always book through and I can highly recommend is Crystal Ski. The reason being is they are pretty much an all-in-one company. They dedicate sending staff out to the resorts and staying in the hotels on their website. This allows them to ride the mountains and gain that personal experience and give you true recommendations. From start to finish, your trip is more or less catered for from the flights, the transfers, hotel and lift passes, and with a Crystal rep always being available in your resort, you shouldn't have any issues. The only thing to sort out for yourselves after that is your insurance, clothing, and the equipment. It is vital that you are comfortable and warm. Some of you may have to do things on a budget, as everything you need can come at a hefty price, so prioritise. Comfort and warmth over style is the key, and you don't know what each day is going to bring you. It could bring sunshine and bluebird skies, meaning that you don't need to be togged up quite as much. On the flip side, it could be a whiteout day and constantly snowing. There is nothing that will put you off a snow holiday more than being cold, wet and uncomfortable. So let's take a quick rundown on the essential items. First of all, you're going to need base layers and socks, which I would say are one of the most important items. snow pants or bib pants, a snowboarding coat, gloves or mittens, a snood and a beanie. Personally, from my point of view, I would recommend getting a good pair of goggles. There's plenty of different brands out there and they do vary in price. I prefer goggles over glasses because I find there's nothing worse than having an icy cold breeze still blowing into my eyes, making them water and not being able to see. Snowboarding boots. Not every boot is suitable for every individual. We know we have had many different types between us. Go and get your feet properly measured and find the correct pair for you. Most boots nowadays can be heat moulded to give a nice, snug and comfortable fit. Buying cheap may mean buying more than twice. And finally, the most important item of all in my eyes are helmets. You see many people ride in the mountains without a helmet and that's their choice. My opinion is broken bones heal, brain injuries don't. If you're choosing style over safety, don't worry, there are many cool looking helmets out there. Don't be foolish, wear a helmet. Regarding snowboards, there are so many different styles and designs. The options are limitless. What you do find is a practice slope will have a particular brand of equipment that they use and they loan out. But if you are learning at a snow dome and there are local shops inside, for a small fee they tend to have a varied selection of boards and bindings that you can use and try out to see which is right for you. Subvert is truly my favourite store. Love this place, run by a great couple, Darren and Lorraine, get the words right. Oh, this is the best snowboard shop in the country, bar none. So if you need anything from boards to boots to whatever, come here. Let's go through that checklist. You've had your lessons, you've booked your first snow holiday, you've bought all the gear you need. Now, a topic no one likes talking about: insurance. This is vital as it is for most holidays, but maybe even more so here because you're intentionally strapping a board to your feet, going high into the mountains, only to come hurtling down at a rate of knots. What can go wrong? Well, as much as we don't like to think in a negative way, a lot can go wrong. Make sure you look into the fine print when searching for snow sports insurance. This will most likely only cover you for riding on piste. So, want to take a little detour through that fresh, untouched powder? Maybe think again, because if something goes wrong, you may find you're having to drag yourself with a broken leg back across the mountain only to get rescued. On a side note, additional insurance in France called Carnage can be purchased while you're out in resorts at most places where you purchase your lift pass for a small fee. This can vary. I know in the past we've paid 20 to 30 euros. The reason for this is due to the mountain emergency services being private, they have that additional cost. Without the likes of this, we've heard stories of them taking your snowboards off you as insurance. And coming to the end, my final words. Après ski. For some of you, you will know exactly what those two words mean. You'll find some wonderful bars during and at the end of a hard day riding. Kick back, have a laugh and enjoy a beer or 10, whether it's you and your better half or 15 of your best mates. A snow holiday is one of the best holidays you could ever go on. And that's pretty much it. So get your boards waxed, your bags packed, and go and hit those mountains and have an amazing time. You will not regret it. Look after yourself, look after each other, stay safe, and if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button along with the bell icon to know when future content is released. Your support is greatly appreciated.